Hello, and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I'm going to be doing a love reading for Aries today. That's Aries in all placements, and it's general. So, of course, take what resonates, and if it really doesn't, I've got lots of other videos on my channel. Feel free to check those out. They're all timeless and all placements. Jojo made it, and Rest Mojo too. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And thanks so much to all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I would not be here without you. All right. So, yes, doing a love reading, and I'm continuing with reading cards in reverse. Did a little series on that recently, and it's been interesting. And so now we're going to apply it to love. See where this goes. And as usual, you get to be my guinea pig. So I'm going to start with the Dreaming Way Tarot. I honestly don't know exactly what I'm doing, per usual. I may clarify with another deck. I may just use this one. I don't really, I don't know. Maybe I'll switch decks. We'll see. I'm just going to go with my intuition and how I am guided. So there it is. All right. So what is the current situation? This, by the way, is you and whoever you're dealing with. Could be that you haven't even met them yet, or you're already with them, or you're in between, or whatever. We're gonna find out. And by the way, roles can be reversed. So remember, I'm tapping into the energy. So apply it as it fits because you know your story best. All right. Current situation. We've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. And the Four of Swords in reverse. This feels like something ended. A marriage, a long-term commitment, something that you had invested a lot into, it ended. Potentially in favor of something new. It could be one of those things where you met someone and realized the person you were with wasn't cutting it, and you wanted to go in a new direction. The Four of Swords in reverse. Exhaustion, pushing through, taking on too much. It's possible that it's been really intense. There's been a lot of upheaval with the ending of this situation. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It could even be, it could involve family. Um, just something has come to an end, and it's been difficult. And it's like you're pushing through because you are, I don't know, you see that there's something here in front of you. Maybe this is who this reading is about. There's somebody, you see somebody who can bring value to your life. Maybe this is somebody that you work with, or you want to start some kind of project with. Maybe that's one of those things where, you know, you start out just kind of innocently like, yeah, let's do this thing together. And then as you work together, you realize that there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of, you know, a lot of love, a lot of potential. and there's something else that keeps you from being able to move forward with that. And so finally, you or somebody end something so that you can have this new beginning. And there hasn't potentially hasn't been enough time for grieving. I mean, this kind of situation, the 10 of Pentacles, um when something like this ends, it's painful. Like if you're getting a divorce, for example, there's all the stuff around it. It's the financial, it's the emotional. If there's kids involved, it can be very messy and heavy, and a huge emotional burden. And if you don't allow yourself time to process that, if you dive into something new right away, then it can lead to exhaustion. There's a need here for somebody. I'll just say you for argument's sake, just to make this clear, but to just, before you really start something, take some time for yourself, um, just to get your bearings. Let something completely close out before you start something new. Let there be a little bit of space, a little bit of transition time. So, what happened in the past? Let me go to a different deck. Yeah, let's do that. Um, which deck though? Which deck? Here, I'll do Mystic Mondays. What happened in the past? Ooh, itchy eye. Stuff on my hand. All right. So itchy all of a sudden. Okay. What happened in the past? Justice. Yeah, I feel like this is divorce. It could be some kind of divorce, some kind of legal battle. This is Libra energy. 8 of Cups in reverse. Um, mm, yeah, and 2 of Cups in reverse. It's like feeling you were feeling stuck in a situation. You were with someone who maybe at some point you thought, there was this really great connection, and it just went sideways. This person maybe ended up not being who you thought they were. Um, but you felt like maybe it was at a point where, when you realized this, where you were already way too invested and you couldn't walk away. And so there ended up, I think at some point you realized, like, you just couldn't stick around anymore. But to actually extract yourself, actually do all the things necessary, um, could have kept you from taking action, because it potentially involved way too much change and, um, turmoil. Yeah, conflict, all the things. But at the same time, you recognize that you needed to have balance in your life. You needed to create that somehow. Um, but maybe you just needed to spend some time building up your courage, or possibly trying to work this out, even though you knew back in the back of your mind that it wasn't going to, but you figured, well, I gotta do all the things. I gotta try as best as I can. And it could also be where, you actually said to this person, we need to end this. And this person was like, no, you cannot leave me. No, they would not walk away. They wouldn't let you walk away. Could be something like that too. But yeah. Anyway, so how, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. How, I'm gonna go with the Light Seers deck. How do you feel? Oh yeah, and we did just get kitty confirmation, didn't we? Oh my gosh. How do you feel? How do you currently feel about this person, about the situation in general? Three of Swords, you're heartbroken. Six of Cups, because mm, and Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Um, this is somebody that you let me think about this. Here, let me okay. If this is the person that we're talking about here, this one that you walked away from, there's a lot of heartbreak here. And it could maybe have to do with the fact that you knew them for a long time. Maybe they were like, you were childhood sweethearts, or there was a really strong connection at one time. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You you're in a place of apathy. Maybe you're in, because it can also be impatience. At least the book I'm looking at. Um, not not wanting to put in the work for into something anymore, because this has been a really painful it's been incredibly painful, especially when you're with somebody who you consider to be your end all be all, and then they end up not being that. Chances are, they did not treat you well, um, caused you some serious pain, and just left you kind of in this place of like, maybe the pain was so big that you just, yeah, when we're deep in grief, like, life loses its luster, its excitement, its joy. You're just like, what's the point of anything? Like, you just want to like sit around and zone out on Netflix or something. Like, you just don't care about anything. Nothing's fun, nothing's fulfilling, nothing's worth it. So intense. So intense. Okay, so how does this person, I guess that's who we're talking about, is this person that you're leaving, or that is where things are ending. Um let me go to the cat tarot. How's this person feel about you? The Devil in reverse. The dog. I think that's hilarious. The dog is the devil. um Seven of Swords. Uh-oh. In the World. So the devil, that's Capricorn energy. You could have Capricorn in your chart. The World. I'm gonna remember. That's Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Aries. Maybe that's you. Anyway, um, hmm, this person feels like you're reclaiming your independence, that you released them, that you have been deceptive in some way or manipulative, that you're closing out this cycle. It kind of feels like even though they may have broken your heart in some way, they're not they don't see it that way, or they're not taking responsibility for their actions. And so they're kind of playing the blame game, and they're blaming you. And like, because you're you're ending this. You're the one walking away because you know that it's time for a new beginning. That's what you truly want. Um yeah. Maybe deep down they understand that you're doing this, um that it's they know it's a healthy move for the both of you, but they don't want to let go. They do not want to let go. Um, ooh, Ashling Trewala, hello. And the Aries is here too. Hello. Thanks so much, both of you, for joining. Okay. So, what are this person's intentions? Let me go to the Guardian Tarot. What are this person's intentions? Ace of Swords in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. Seven of Swords. This person, boy, wow, yeah, this person does not. They do not want to let you go, and they do not want to play fair. They're pulling out all the stops. They are going to do everything they can to manipulate you, to oh man, this person, they're having a really hard time with this. It's not it's like they're they don't see clearly because of their own, if they have grief, if they have anger, most likely a lot of anger. There's a lot of conflict here. They feel like they want to have the last word, that it's like you're trying to walk away and they're like, "No, get back here." And they could be gaslighting, they could be I don't know, like blackmail comes to mind. Like this, wow, this is really intense. This person is not going down without a fight. And they're going to do everything they can to um to bring you down ultimately. You're trying to take the high road and they're like, no, no, no. Oh man. Wow. And I can see why you're heartbroken. This is probably how this person operates. They could have very narcissistic tendencies. It's all about them. If you slight them, if they feel hurt in any way by you, they're vindictive. Man, oh man, yeah, this person must have had on quite the mask to draw you in the first place. So, okay, what are your intentions? I feel like we've already gotten that, but let's just let's just ask. What are the intentions of Aries in this situation? Five of Wands. You're fighting back. Ace of Cups, because the love is gone. And the Chariot, you're moving, you're moving on. You're I feel like you know who you're dealing with here. This is why this had to end. This is why you knew you had to walk away. And maybe you've done your research, or you've done your strategizing and planning, this person is manipulative, but you're giving them a taste of their own medicine, or you're just saying no, you're putting your foot down. And whatever they come at you with, you see right through it. And you're like, "No, I'm heading out. Bye. Bye, Felicia." um yeah, this is you're taking your power back. You know that the only way to have victory is to leave the situation. And why would you stay? You This person has sucked you dry. Any kind of love that you had for this person in the past, it's gone. It's done. You're not having it. So, okay. God, this is intense. What a way to start things off. I, whew. All right. Um, what is the potential outcome here? Potential outcome for Aries. We have the world again. Yes. Yes. Death in reverse and the tower in reverse. Um, you're closing out a cycle. I mean, you're definitely ending this. But this has been pretty traumatic for you, and you could be having a hard time letting go. Maybe you feel like you want your justice in this situation. You want to have the last word. There's a there's a some kind of difficulty in transforming this. So we have two Scorpio cards here, Death and the Tower. So you could have Scorpio in your chart, but you're having a hard time reconciling what you're going to do, how you're handling this, letting it go. For whatever reason, you're having trouble walking away, even though you know you have to. It's like, because this 5 of Wands is here, this, your intentions, you're still, what's the word? Engaging. You're still engaging with this person. They're still This is their plan. Okay, yeah. See, the love is gone. You want to ride away as quickly as possible. But this person, they have their tactics. They have their claws in you basically. They know how to suck you back in, and that's what keeps happening. What you need to do is not engage anymore. I'm going to pick some advice cards just to clarify this, but these two cards are showing that you keep getting sucked back in. You're not letting it go. It's time to let the tower fall. Chances are you've lost a lot of money in this situation, so that could be a part of why you don't want to let this go. That could be really tough. Um but it's time for you to transform. And you can't do that as long as you're still engaging with this person. You you're ready to end this. You're so close to being done. And it's just a matter of you're still holding on really tightly. Totally understandable why, but it's time to just let it go and just be like, okay, they're taking my money, they're, doing their things, they're being manipulative, if there's kids involved, I'm so sorry. Um, but you got to take care of you. You got to you got to take the high road. You got to turn the other direction, as difficult as that might be. So, potential advice, or potential actual advice. Let me just get some advice. Let me go with the right? Here, let's go with the familiars tarot. Redbeard made it. Yay! Hello. Thanks for joining. Ooh, talking to someone new. Yeah, maybe that's what this Ace of Pentacles is. There's somebody right there on the horizon. You need a little time to get your sea legs back. Find your footing. This has been, you probably have some PTSD from this, some serious trauma from dealing with this person. Of course, it's different for everyone. Of course, you know what's best for you. Okay, so advice. Ooh. All right, we've got the 10 of Pentacles upright, the 5 of Wands. Excuse me. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Let me just do. What are you? Okay. I feel like your advice it has to do with focusing on what you want. Focusing on the positive, focusing on your ultimate fulfillment and happiness, focusing on your prosperity, building up your prosperity again. Um, and it's interesting that the 5 of Wands is upright because I was just saying you need to disengage from this person. But it's like fighting for what you it's like the the quote from one of the latest Star War movies. Rose says to Finn, it's not about fighting against what you hate, but it's fighting for what you love. And this is saying fight for what you love, not against what you hate. Because the Queen of Wands, it's like it's withdrawn, negative attitude, self-centeredness. I feel like this is who you've been dealing with, and maybe they've influenced how you feel and how you show up. And this is about working on yourself, changing your perspective, um, becoming aware of any kind of internal conflict that you have around this situation and around moving forward in a healthy way. Because if you don't deal with it, you're going to recreate a similar situation. You've got to work on healing because it has been so traumatic. You know what you want, you know what you deserve. And it's coming to terms with that and forgiving. Ultimately, comes down to forgiveness. Forgiving this person for being who they are, forgiving yourself for allowing all this to happen in the first place, for not seeing things clearly, for staying longer than you should have, for any kind of transgressions you've had, because the forgiveness, it allows you to move on. It doesn't condone anybody's behavior. It just gets you unstuck and kind of allows you to breathe again. And that's exactly what you need here. So, um, let me finish with. I want to finish with Oracle cards. You know what? Let me finish with an Inner Wisdom card by Wayne Dyer. I feel like, yeah, let's do this. Find a little piece of advice. I love myself, body, mind, and soul. When you are at peace with yourself and love yourself, it is virtually impossible to be self-destructive. It's like I've been saying. You got to bring it back. Bring it back in. Learn to love yourself because you could be in a mode of a bit of self-destructive mode. Even just apathy can do that to us. When we don't care, when we're in grief, we're like, it doesn't, nothing matters anyway. So I'm just going to eat whatever I feel like. I'm just going to drink until I can't think anymore, can't see anymore. I'm just falling down, like whatever we do to kind of buffer all the intense feelings. And this is about self care, loving yourself, building yourself back up again. You are worth it. And you will, there's some potential here that that's tangible, and it could go in a very good direction, but yeah, bring it back home to yourself. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. um thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.